You are a quiet sort, Serena.
Sneak back home and fetch some of our savings.
But the streets are crawling with those horrid creatures.
That's precisely why you must go, dearest. Nobody notices you.
How are you faring, Lyndon?
What do you want me to say? That I wish he'd never known me? That I wish he'd had a brother who didn't fail him?
That you will try to find the truth.
You have no brothers. You've never loved anyone. You can never understand.
Be that the Prophet abandoned us? Why else would his magic fail to protect us while we slept?
It worked for you.
But my sisters died. Why them and not me?
It could have been chance, or a deliberate act.
I must know which. I will discover the truth.
No.
Hello there.
When I left my sister Lysa, I took her magic focus as a reminder. I scryed it today to see if it held any clues, and I found strong traces of the demonic magic that killed her. It reminded me of the Viserys magic from before we served the Prophet.
That is strange. Did anything else happen?
When I cast the magic upon her focus, I heard her voice again, and this time, I understood. She said one word. Irena.
I know who is responsible for this. It's the poor. They've summoned these monstrosities to take...
Who is this?
I'm Bryson. I was trapped in the cellar until Hadrig rescued me.
Ha! And now he won't go away.
You don't feel responsible for him?
No, I'm responsible for myself. Though I have decided to repay Hadrig by helping him.
And I told you to stay away from my forge.
Mother warned me about the poor. They want my wealth, but they don't want to work for it. And now they've created an army of death creatures. Well, when I'm king, I'll just show them.
Oh, I can't believe it. My best hammer's gone missing. It couldn't have walked off on its own now, could it, lad?
One of the men needed a hammer. He promised to return it.
Fool boy! I'll never see it again!
I'm sorry, Hadrig.
Get out of my sight!
We're not going to die, are we? Tell me we're not going to die. I don't want to lose my soul!
I don't feel like talking right now. I grew up over by the docks, not a good part of town, but it's what my parents could afford. They died when the plague swept through a few years ago, within hours of each other, like they had to stay together. I used to hate them for leaving me, but now, it's a relief they didn't have to see all this happen.
Prepare for the worst, my brother always said. Want a recommendation?
Give it more time.
Now I hear those Reapers are taking people's souls? This is madness!
Why fight so hard? Thousands are dead. What do another dozen matter?
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day when I heard the fight.
If you hadn't come along when you did,
It was the least I could do. Anyone would have done the same.
but you didn't have to help.
You've heard the legend of the Twin Rays.
Can I ask you about Deckard Cain?
He was unlike anyone I ever knew. His death,
Could one man...
always.
Tyrael told me of your actions. You killed Diablo.
Yes,
I don't know that the world will ever understand.
the world will always have some evil.
My father was the commander of the Knights of Westmarch. He is...
Why didn't you?
I grew up on stories of the... My father thought it was all me.
Your soldiers have been...
It has been a brutal, but even that.
Look, the sliver is changing.
As though Malthael is manipulated.
Exactly. He's been gathering
He's killing everyone. How he plans to do it.
Urzael has done this to finish collecting the souls of Westmarch.
Where is he?
All I know is that he is in a tower somewhere. You should stop by my car.
The rest of the kingdom should have...
Have you not heard?
Yes.
Unfortunate. Did you ever consider
The Black Soulstone was made by a man, unlike previous soulstones. It seemed a better idea. He had no way of knowing that...
Someone is always...
I don't know.
Did you know Urzael?
He is Malthael's lieutenant, much the same way that Iswal was mine.
Malthael doesn't intend to kill you.
I may be mortal, but I am not Nephilim. I have no demon blood.
We humans also...
That is of no consequence. You are half demon to him, and therefore...
Your wounds are deep.
I have felt pain.
I am sure you have What can Malthael...
I have been thinking on that since our encounter, regardless of what...
Even he would not dream of unleashing Diablo.
Many of the oldest noble houses in Westmarch kept massive hunting dogs on their grounds. Though docile enough in life, they have become terrors in the hands of the Reapers. Now these beasts lead the packs of smaller dogs as they chase down the citizens of Westmarch. I don't even want to record what they do to the corpses.
I must wait.
That was invigorating.
No.
Decay and rot!
I'm afraid not. I need a corpse.
You're good at fighting, aren't you? My friend's down the hall.
You're the hero from Vestian's Keep. How did you get here? You saved my life. I helped. You took my sword, didn't you? Does that mean you give me my sword back?
No. You go on ahead. We'll meet up.
And we'll keep...
Get to safety before it is too late.
No! I must prove myself to you. I can hear them. The voices speak to me again. What? Death is coming? But I can't die. I can't. I am too important to have my life just thrown away. Please, tell me how I can avoid my fate. Want me to do what? Must I? Oh, yes. Yes, I will. I swear it. I will do anything.
Give it more time. I'm afraid not.
Get away!
I require a corpse for that. I'm afraid not. A fine corpse.
My master has begun his work on the stone. Nothing that you do matters. Soon demons spawn like you will be gone forever.
Or you will be. Have you considered that?
The demon spawn shall perish in...
Ratna has blessed me. You wield a power you do not comprehend, Angel. I am returning to town.
I was telling you about Lyria, wasn't I? Oh, she was so beautiful that Durgis was determined to make her his own. Oh, yes, he pursued her relentlessly, showering her with gifts and attention until she succumbed and agreed to become his wife. But Durgis' jealousy was so great, he hid Lyria high in the heavens, far away from the reach of men and gods.
His obsession with desire drove him to abuse?
Yes, that was Durgis. Desire was his very nature.
Excellent.
Zai was the greatest thief, and he wanted Lyria. He waited patiently for a night when Lyria's path hid her behind the silver moon. For when the sun set, Dirges had to leave Lyria's side, you see, for desire rules the night. He could only watch from below, as she drifted across the ocean of stars. Then Zai climbed, silent as a whisper, into Lyria's palace in the heavens.
Was Zai enamored with her?
No, but stealing from Dirges would make Zai a legend.
So, you want some stuff?
You killed the angel who was responsible for this horror.
Yes, but not his master.
I believe you.
What else can I tell you? I had a vision of death.
All priests of Rathma make
It was no sacrifice. We veterans. I've had many in my life. I still love and miss each and every one.
Quite unlike me to fall apart like that. I can't imagine what came over me.
I would hear more of your...
Oh, we were frequently set upon. One time, I had had enough. I know this is hard to believe, but when I was younger, I seduced their leader. Convinced him to free us by giving. He'd heard the Vetchin could predict the future. I must have forgotten.
I wonder if we could sell wigs made from your hair.
That is enough, Harold! If we survive this
That's
night...
a grand idea, dearest!
Follow me, and I will tie you naked. Now that Urzael is dead, I'm going to Bramwell to...
The streets are not...
I don't care.
Thanks to you, I can finally bury my wife in peace.
You really must stop thanking me.
A dozen people ran by me.
Just in the...
This disaster will make for great reading someday, provided that anyone survives to chronicle it.
Urzael is dead, and only a few Reapers remain.
You have saved Westmarch, my friend.
Not yet. We still don't know where Malthael is hiding.
That strange woman you brought here believes she can help. She insisted on speaking with you immediately.
I must wait.
Chelsea, I know how to find Malthael.
Fine.
There is only one person who knows how to find Malthael.
You were right.
How fortunate I am to have met the savior of Westmarch. You simply must let me ask you some questions when your work is done.
Hilda's newly established rule over Westmarch did nothing to quell the civil war, which continued until she was driven mad and eventually killed by the plague. Cornelius, grandson of Justinian III and slave to the Zachar...
Urzael is slain. Westmarch is...
The others may celebrate.
Wise word. Still.
The angels will not...
There is confusion and dissension in the high heavens.
All the more...
Imperius commands the host. He will not unleash them.
He will regret...
Rakis conquered all of Condurance before founding West.
Adria is not as you remember her. She is channeled.
What does that?
Some things can.
Or you could try
You
to...
have no.
I heard Lysa's voice again, and she is calling out for me.
Her spirit should have passed.
Now I am not sure.
You're not going anywhere without me.
What?
Someone has to make sure you don't kill Adria before you...
You are the first to question my restraint, Lorath. Dead angels now rest with the human corpses on the roads of Westmarch. But more will die, unless we know where Malthael is hiding. I cannot imagine how Adria came by this knowledge. But somewhere in the Blood Marsh, our answers await.
We hid the Black Soul Stone in the deepest part of the Nephilim ruins near here. We thought it would be safe, but Malthael found it all the same.
I consider myself an expert on all matters concerning boggits. The boggit itself is a small, odd creature given to foraging and burrowing. Under normal circumstances, it fears humans, but it can be incited to great violence when under the influence of magical objects. Rings in particular seem to excite them.
This is the entrance to the tomb, but someone's collapsed it.
What a surprise.
It looks like we'll have to find another way into the ruins. What was that?
That is not possible. No.
This was just one entrance to the city. There are guide stones...
The Tusk Boggan is a ferocious, hulking beast with an exceedingly bad temper.
But we'll reveal the correct path to a Nephilim such as yourself.
Adria, this land seethes with her influence.
Remember to get the information we need before you...
I know.
Well, that's not very reassuring.
The first time I saw a witch, she burned. Father took me to the town square to see it. Look, he said, that is the face of evil. But she looked like any other woman, and burned like anything else. Then the flames engulfed her. Her eyes found mine, and she laughed.
What? I'm not dead?
That is not possible.
To create a potion to fight it, I cut one of them open and took its innards. They smell it on me. That's why they're attacking.
That is not possible.
Here, take this as my way of saying thanks. I must get back to my work.
The Boggan Trapper's snares are surprisingly effective, though I have no idea how they learned to fashion them. Most of the Boggan's feeble intelligence seems...
This is one of the guide stones, but nothing happens when I approach it.
I will try.
There are 4 entrances to the Nephilim city, each one etched with a sigil. Only the correct one marks the true entrance to the tomb, however. When you activate these stones, one of the wrong sigils disappears.
The corpse. That is not possible.
The night embraces you.
That needs to recharge. Is this really the right one?
There, a worthy foe.
Searching for the maggot brood has been quite an adventure. I first observed the corpse of one near the road to Westmarch, where it raised such a stench that my new assistant vomited twice on my favorite traveling cloak. The stains came out eventually, but I was sorely vexed.
Will make a fine corpse.
That was a worthy...
How long do you think Adria would last if I held her head under one of these blood pools?
My father could never understand. He was born into privilege and wealth, and he spent every moment of his life trying to protect it. I was his flesh and blood, but he cared more about the names in books and the faces of the paintings on the walls than his living daughter.
Another guide stone will help me find the correct passage. This is not the passage I was looking for. That is not possible.
Do not fear the end.
That is not possible.
Decay and rot.
Now I know which sigil marks the correct passage. I must wait. I must wait. That needs to recharge.
I've always wondered how much Adria relied on Diablo's power instead of her own, based on her bloodline. are magically very strong. These flesh gorges are raised from earth, stone, and demon blood, and they are driven to feast on humans so they may resemble us more closely. Let's hope they don't succeed.
I had half a mind to explore the ancient ruins outside Westmarch, and then I realized they were crawling with dreadful skeletons. Of course, these creatures do not frighten me, but they make my research much too time-consuming, and I am widely known for my efficiency, am I not?
You will make a fine corpse.
I'm afraid not.
Your death nears. Your death nears.
No. No.
Weakness consumes you.
I have uncovered an obscure and ancient tome in whose pages is recorded an impossible, the secret history of a race called the Nephilim, gods, and their ruined civilization in the West. If this is true, how could all signs of these Nephilim be lost, but for the record of this single tome?
Wait here, Laura.
You're going to kill her, aren't you?
Still you ask these questions.
We are all counting on you.
That needs to recharge. To recharge.
Adria birthed these golems from the blood marsh. Their bodies were formed from the water and earth of the marsh itself, while the venom of the marsh creatures gave them life. Their very skin seems to burst with the poison of this land.
I must have a call. No.
Your death nears.
Angel and a demon as parents.
Decay and rot.
That needs to recharge.
Weakness consumes you. Weakness consumes you.
No. I have long waited for this knowledge. I must have
I'm
a afraid
corpse.
not.
Do not fear the end.
I'm afraid not.
Do not fear the end.
Give it more time.
All must serve the cycle.
I must wait. I'm afraid not.
This world can abide you no longer.
No.
I'm telling you, Lyria was so lonely, and Zai was so alive and full of life. They shared one perfect night, and after she emerged, blushing. Dirges raced to her side, but Zai was gone. The ruby around Lyria's neck was the only sign that he had ever been there.
He must have been worried.
No, not then. He felt pride. Dirges was possessed by as I had stolen what was most valuable to Dirges.
He tried to kill.
Dirges took something much more dear than Zai's life. His joy. He killed everyone. Then he slew Lyria.
What would you like?
My wares.
I have some good news.
Good news?
I mentioned what you did to some guards I met.
Oh, that's... I was separated from the other soul. I gazed and I couldn't move, but something in me.
Bryson made a mistake.
He's a fool. And what are you talking?
You cannot control your emotions, so you drive...
You keep that nonsense to your...
I need to go back. I must try this in another place.
Decay and rot!